Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we're gonna talk about retake scenarios. We're gonna be on the CT sides today, so no more terrorists for this video at least. We're gonna be diving into talking about when to retake and why not to retake at some point. We're gonna be choosing the map Inferno today because this is one of these maps where I'm gonna show some examples later, but especially the top tier teams are gonna save in scenarios where you most likely would not have saved if you're playing on a lower tier team or even a face-it match or whatever. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. First things first, we're gonna look at the numbers advantage here. When you're gonna go into a retake, if you're greatly outnumbered, let's say 5 on 2, 1 on 5, 4 on 2, I would suggest that you'll be saving. There is some factors to it where you can argue that you don't have to save. Being that your money situation is really good, everyone is on 16k and the terrorists have been losing a lot, so you taking exits might be worth it, or you even trying to go for it might be worth it. Also, etc. information like let's say there's an AWP, he's been lecturing 4 guys, that's a 4 left, so everyone is like at 1 HP. We should probably also try and go to try and retake that one, especially if you have utility. I'm gonna go over all these small details, but first thing first, I'm gonna focus on the numbers. The most common thing I see and where it gets tricky is when you get to these bigger numbers like 3 on 3s, 2 on 3s, 2 on 2, etc. I feel there's a lot of teams taking a gamble there where they don't really have to, and it's very risky to do so. So when we're talking Inferno here, since we're on it, I see a lot of teams retaking when they're in numbers like 3 on 3, trying to retake this side on A. Let's say you start at 3 guys B, they lose A control fast, but they shoot 2, so you're 3 on 3 left. There's a couple of factors here you have to take into consideration before even considering retaking this. How many utilities did the terrorists use? Did they use like only one smoke or whatever, and they're gonna have every utility in their arsenal? I would instantly, like, if you know that information, there is no reason for you to even considering a retake, because if they have smoke for long here and they can just keep resmoking it, it's just so difficult as a CT to retake it. Now the second part is looking at the positions the CTs or the Ts can be in. So I'm actually gonna go to spectate here. If I can do that here, yeah, it's so good. So here we're gonna show you like a little bit on what is the points of entry as the CT. And we know like there's the long way here, arch, whatever you're gonna call it, small pit, short here, and then the apps here. So if you look at the possibilities of scenario, like even with no utility in a 3 on 3 scenario, the CTs are gonna come in most likely 2 and then 1. Like for example, 2 long, 1 short, 1 apps, 2 short. You get what my point being here is, it doesn't really matter how you're gonna approach this. The Ts are always gonna have advantage on you. There is no chance for you to clear every single angle at the same time, meaning that you're always gonna be exposed to one angle or a second angle. And if the Ts at the same time are doing crossfires, for example, now I'm just making on the run here, so I might be a little bit off on the angles, but it doesn't really matter. The idea should be the same. If there's a guy in the corner here and there's a guy here, they have an instant crossfire. Before you can kill either one of them, he's gonna refrag you instantly, or might even have to jump on you because you're clearing the other angle first. So there is just so many angles on the A side that the Ts can hide in, and that you have to be prepared of when walking in a city. Of course, you can change the outcome if you have utility left, like you maybe want to Molotov backside, midside in this scenario, and you know they are not going to be able to play in this position, or now let's make it more realistic that you Molot here, so you know that they're not going to be able to play in at least these positions, meaning that you can actually kinda not worry about this. So when you go in, you clear here, you don't have to worry about here because there's been Molotov. So in that way you can of course cut off angles and make it more easy for you to enter a site. But again, if the Ts, for example, distinguish this right away, you're not in any help here, in my opinion, because like that smoke could be a bait. It could also create some one ways that you were not aware of, like for example like this. You're gonna have a little bit of NST here. So always pay attention to what the T's are doing to your potential retake, because you could have a full-on retake where you actually had Molotov for, let's say, the whole A side, so you know they're not gonna be able to play on the A side at all, which of course will make the retake much easier, because then you only have to be aware of most likely the pit, both sides, maybe the apps, or the small pit here, or the graveyard. If you can do this, super. But the second one of your Molotovs get distinguished and you're not sure anymore that there could be a guy or not, then you should again call off the retake, especially in your like in a disfavored advantage, which would be a 3-on-3 scenario. Again, it's purely my opinion. I'm not saying it's a mistake all the time to go for a 3-on-3. There can be many factors to why you want to go for a retake here. So, but if you want to be textbook CS and play by the odds, you should not go for the retake, because there is just too many angles, and the odds of you clearing the right angle at the right time, it might just get you killed. So now we're gonna look at the pro team's maxer scenarios where they chose to either go for it or not go for it. I'm gonna try and analyze it, whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. So the first round here is a 2-on-2. Actually a 2-on-1 in a second, because they're gonna kill Apex here. So now we're in a 1-on-2 scenario with the Nivera. So first thing you should pay attention to here is the money on the T side. They're really low, meaning that if they lose this round, they get the bomb plant. They might have a forced round, but might even go into a full eco to buy the next round, because of their money they have been losing. So you can see like the first round they won the pistol, then they lost the second. So they are building up the loss bonus here. So here Navera has a chance to actually break Astralis. So not only giving them 1 round, but potentially giving them 2 rounds in that case. The second part I want to talk about is the positioning. Like if you look at Apex here, turn this away. Like he saw one guy there. He knows it's not the bomb, because he can see that on the radar, and the bombs get planted right after. So he knows that both are there, and in the time you see Navera running here, like, and there he actually caught. I think it was Device. No, yeah, Device jumping into pit. So now he knows exactly where both are. There's one on side and there's one in pit. This makes the retake so much easier for him, because now he can isolate the fights and take 1-on-1 duels all the time. If he had no clue, he should not go for this. But now he has clues on where both are. He ended up dying, but he's trying to make it a little bit easier for himself by using his utility here, using a Molotov towards pit. Then he gets flashed from, I think it's Sipnix. Yeah, his Sipnix is using his utility to kind of make it harder for him. And also get this 1-on-1 duels, and in the end get shot by Device here. So a fine retake idea from Nivera here. Next round here we're going to talk about is a 2-on-2 retake, where Astralis is actually on full eco here, which is little fun. Like only little bit deagles and stuff. Everyone loves deagles, so it can happen. So here we're gonna look at what's gonna happen here. So Sipnix is gonna kill Apex here, and they are faking like they're going in, meaning that Masuta and Navera both go out. The second they go out, Dupree is planning on A. So they're first realizing now that it's not A. And this is 10 seconds in the bomb timer. So this gives them time disadvantage before they even over there. But again, like I said earlier, they have no clue where the T's are. The T's can be like literally up to here and everywhere. So they have to clear every single thing. That they're even considering going for this retake, regardless of that it was only eco or forced by what you want to call this one. Is I would call it full eco from the Restralis side. It doesn't really matter at this point. The round is so hard to win. Like you are counting on the opponent to make a mistake for you to win this round, and I would actually argue that Dupree is actually giving them a little bit of chance of winning the round. Luckily, he hits the shot, but I don't think this is necessary from Dupree at all. But let's just play it out and see what happens here. So I'm just gonna take it from my Suta here, and then see how it goes. Like he has to clear everything, because they can be everywhere. And like you can see, he's even cutting corners, because like if there was a guy standing here, like on that one on the couch here, he would instantly kill him. Are you Misuta? There you are. So the way you go forward here, and now it's a yeah. So I'm just gonna play this out from Misuta's angle. Now it's a 1-on-2. He knows where one guy is, but he still have no idea what the second guy is. Meaning that you can see the angles he's clearing here. Now you know what Dupree is, but if Sibnix were standing to the corner here, right of him, he would be dead again. So just to give you an idea, like how it is to play it here. And again, Dupree, I don't think he's playing this very well, Dupree, actually. I think he just gives them a chance to win the round here. As you can see, actually, it's a 1-on-1 duel, which Misuta, if he hit the shot right away, there might have been a chance for him to win the round. So, if just to see it from Sudnik's side here, or Dupree, actually, is the more interesting one. So, Dupree, he hears Misuta running away, going out, playing the bump, going in pit, which is a very, very strong position. Like, either if you're playing a pit here or playing the other side, it's a very, very tough position to clear out. So where I'm getting, like, I get the idea he's peeking once in a while just to get the info, but in some way it's not really needed, in my opinion, because like the cities have to clear everything, and like you're only having a deagle. So I don't think this is the correct move here, but whatever, he's standing up, get the info, gets a nice one-shot on Navera. Now he just needs to hide. Play time and hide. There's 17 seconds left. Navera, Misuta has to run to him. Like, he has to go all the way down pit and kill him. Meanwhile, while also be aware of the site. There's no way Astralis loses this round if Dupree hides now. There's no way. It's simply not possible. But now, because this happens, he kills him. If Misuta had a smoke, there could be a chance here. And like, as we actually play it out, like, if Misuta kills Sibnix there and press the bomb instant, there's actually time enough for him to win. You could argue maybe 1 second left or right. It doesn't really matter. You get the idea of it. But yeah, when the cities have to retake all this and they have no idea where they are, also the money is bad. Like, next round, RPK could buy himself. And let me see. Yeah. So RPK could buy himself, and they could arguably have the AWP in next round. So we all know how good Saiwu is. So yeah, in my opinion, clear mistake. They should not have gone for this one. So the last one I want to talk about here is where Vitality is choosing not to go for it, which is brilliant, in my opinion here. So again, I'm not really interested in how it happens, but what I'm interested in is why they're not going for it. So Astralis gets the B side here, 4-3 situation. Nivera is low. Their money is really bad. They have no utility. So when you take these things into account already, they should be saving, and they are also saving. Actually get an exit 2 here. Yeah, but I think they're doing the only right thing here they can do. I get it why Nivera is trying to get over here fast, because if he could get a lucky kill, it was a 3-3. Might argue they want to go for it. I still don't think they would have gone for it, but I think they make the only good move here is to save, because the next round you can see their money. Nivera could drop one, Abyss could buy himself. Like, everyone is gonna have everything they need to win the round, and Inferno is just such a heavy utility map that you want everything you can do. So props to Vitality. They're doing the only good thing they can and giving up the round to get a much better buy next round. That's it for me, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment below. I read every single one of your comments, and it's really nice to see all the positive feedback. I'm gonna try to make more videos where it's about your comments and ideas. So it helps me a lot. Subscribe, and let's talk CS.